Hello, hello. Welcome to an early edition, a little bit early, of WIP IT Sunday. With me, that's Hulk Smash Customs and Custom Cannon.
Evening.
What's happening?
Not much. Get some background music going.
Did you take requests?
I wish I could. Gotta stick to what the YouTube won't copyright strike.
Yeah, no kidding. We don't want to get canceled.
Talking about getting canceled in the background. My brother-in-law's been watching Me TV, and we got All in the Family going on right now.
Oh, wow. You know,
we're not turning that up too loud.
That,
I'm surprised they still show that show. Can't show the Dukes of Hazzard, but you can show All in the Family.
you know what? People who grew up on that show, it doesn't matter where they're from in the world, they all liked it. You know?
Yeah, I forgot till that Edith died on the show. They had her character pass away.
Yeah. They actually showed a scene, I don't know if it was close to her death or whatever, but it was actually Archie, like, way out of character, like, talking to his wife.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot if I sent that to you. That was weird to see that, because you expect them wisecracking all the time, right?
I don't know why. The past few prints I've been doing, like, the printer's been putting a little hole in the top of the heads.
What?
Now, everything I print, just about. There's one there. There's one I put just filled up here.
That's bizarre.
Even like on the Guntia Demon Heads, there's one right there in the forehead.
I can't see it. Is it always in like about the same place or what?
I guess it's like at the top, very top of the print.
Is this? I can't see. Yeah, it's not focusing.
I'm just already saying that one.
It's got a big old dent right there.
Well, I put a little bit of glue on top of it to fill the hole up, and I'll sand it.
Weird.
This is that Space Ghost head. I printed for Metaluna.
Are you putting them in the same place on the build plate?
It's no matter where they're at. It's everything.
Really? That's so weird. I've never had that happen. That's
Didn't
bizarre.
do that before until I had all the issue with it.
Have you got something on your screen?
I don't know.
Well, it's not going to be on. If it happens wherever you put it, it's not going to be something that's on the screen.
Yeah, it's happening no matter where on the screen. I just wanted to touch that spot up before I'll ship it out to them.
So that doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, this Wonder Woman head's got it too, right in here.
And I've done those same prints and not had that problem.
No, I just started doing it. I've done these same prints before. I've got all the heads I printed before. All these, there's no hole.
That's just, and they're not in the same place on the build plate.
Nope.
That's bizarre.
So I print multiple heads at one time.
So if you print a bunch of heads at once, they're going to be on every single head?
It's on everything. It's at the very top. It's something happening at the very top of the print. When it's finishing up, it's like it sinks.
Yeah.
It's not fully curing or something, or leaving a little divot.
No, but what I'm saying though is if you were to print like 10 heads at once, all 10 of them are going to have that?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
That doesn't make any sense.
Oh, that's weird.
And I don't know what it is about this one too. Like, it had like this weird like issue on the side of it. I had to send it off. Well,
Yeah, you need to have a stern talking to your printer there.
Maybe mix your resin.
Yeah, I shook it a little bit, but
Did you get
I
it?
print this. I don't know if it's like something going on when I save it for print or whatever. Like when I make the goo file, because I printed this twice, and I was thinking, oh, maybe it'll not do it the second time. It did the same weird thing on the side of the head on this one.
In the exact same spot, like 100% the same spot.
Yep.
Have you taken those into Blender or anything?
Nope.
And you shouldn't be having any problems.
So
Not like that.
I said it off this one here before. I printed the second one. It's like when Metaluna said he needed a Spisco said I just hit the file print again, so I can just print more. I just print extras of everything that's on the build plate, that on the file. And I was like, well, I'd like to see what this would do, see if this prints better. And
Jeffrey Torres says, hey, what's up?
hello, sir.
Did you get your Scar order in?
Oh yeah, I ordered 2 from Hasbro Pulse and 1 from the Chosen Prime.
Yeah.
I ordered 3.
2 for Scar, 1 for fodder, right?
Yep. They're actually cheaper on the Chosen Prime.
Really?
Yep.
Jeffrey's asking who you're making on that Black Panther body.
This is one of my original characters, Chrysos, or known by many names too.
How'd that head come out?
It turned out really nice.
Hang on, let me check it. Solo. Oh yeah.
That little bit of smirk looks really good.
Well, it suits the character, right? From what you told me about him.
Mm-hmm. Tweaked, played around with printed a few different sizes.
Yeah.
Surprising from one from 15 millimeters wide to 16 made the heads huge. I was like, well, this is too big. That's 7-inch scale. So I did I think 15.25 and made it the width wise, and it's perfect for the Vulcan body.
Jeffrey says, oh, it's that guy. Kind of reminds me a little of Golf Face from DC.
Golf Face from DC. Not familiar with the character.
Maybe, what's that Impossible Man? The one who's with
Mr. Mixoplex?
Mr. Miracle.
Mr. Miracle? I thought he was Marvel.
Mr. Miracle is DC.
Mr. Miracle is DC?
Yep, he is married to Big Barda.
Oh. Isn't there another Mr. Miracle? No, is that in the Impossible Man? Who's the cone-headed guy that messes around with the Silver Surfer?
Impossible Man.
Oh, yeah, that's I think that is Impossible Man.
Yeah, he's got the little green guy with the cone head.
Yeah, the shapeshifter.
Yeah, and he kind of gets Mr. Mixelpick. What's his name? Mixelpick in DC. It's another. I guess they're both kind of like imps.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Jeffrey says, I only know him from the Justice League Unlimited cartoon. His name is actually Golf Face. I never heard of him.
I don't know who that is.
Don't know either. It's like when people like see Bruton, they're like, that looks like a was it Max, a Marvel character. It's like, mine is not designed after some character I don't know, especially since my character was designed 30 some years ago. Mamax is not as old as my character. It's more known because it's published, but
which character are they talking about?
They say Bruton, they think he looks like some kind of character, mutant character from X-Men. It's a Mamax or something like that.
Never heard of him.
Yeah. He's like, it reminds me of that character. He's like, well, it's not based on that. My character is older.
Your character's what, about 30 years, you said?
Yep.
Yeah, you got a few years on the
and Mamax was like, I looked it up. It's like mid early 2000s. So yeah, mine's not based off that.
Jeffrey says he's the one who was turning gorillas into gold.
Yeah.
I don't know the character. Those Justice League are animated. They're all good shows.
I love the Justice League Unlimited series.
Even their animated movies, like, I mean, they kill it with animated movies, but man, they've been having problems with like actual movies, live action.
Yeah, it's like when they did even back when they did Green Lantern, the live action movie story was absolutely awful. And then, like, not long after that, they did like an animated movie with Nathan Fillion in the voice. And it was like the perfect story. Why did you not do that as the movie?
Yeah. They actually had, I don't know, the one.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, what's up?
Sorry about the being late. I couldn't get my camera and stuff to work.
Hey, buddy, I don't really care what the excuse is. Your pay's getting docked.
Mainly because it wasn't plugged in.
Have you tried plugging it in?
Is that frustrating? It's not frustrating. Give you guys a little volume because I always struggle to hear you guys.
That one Green Lantern animated movie was great.
Mm-hmm.
I know
Well, the story what they should have done is like of Sinestro. The story should have been Sinestro should have been the main villain in the live action movie. It makes no sense to do something stupid like Parallax.
What? Yeah, I know. He came so far after.
Yeah, and it was such a twisted story of Parallax too. Like, cause no.
Well, Parallax was just put there so that Hal Jordan wouldn't be a bad guy.
I know. I hate the retcon of making Parallax the entity. The story was good before. It was like the fall and redemption of a hero.
Yeah.
He went insane and came back.
Yep. He sacrificed himself to restart the sun. He died.
You know what they could have done for that movie?
And I liked Hal Jordan as the Spectre.
Yeah.
That was a good story.
Like as far as live action goes, what they could have done was they could have, the same way they did that little backstory about Parallax, they could have done the same thing with Sinestro as a Green Lantern.
Well, they should just
Tell
told
his
the whole
story.
story of that animated movie where Sinestro secretly enslaved his home world.
Yeah.
He became the conqueror's world using his Green Lantern abilities to do so.
Yeah. Yeah, he uses power. He uses power for his own benefit, which you know, is technically what a villain would do, right? So
Yep.
it's easy to get intoxicated by your power, basically. So
Mm-hmm. Keep hitting the ring light with my magnifiers.
yeah, that animated movie was good. It was really good. Jeffrey's asking, has anyone seen that one Valorverse robot figure in the new wave? He looks like he could be a good base for Raiden from Metal Gear Solid Revenge.
I've seen it, but yeah, it could be. I don't know. I'll say that because I don't really know anything about Metal Gear Solid. But if you say it's a good base, I'll take your word on it. Because
like, I'm not knocking anything because, like I said, I've seen some cool stuff from the line. But that last wave that was just announced this week, right? They showed the pictures of the new wave that's coming out for Valorverse.
Mm-hmm.
Is it me, or do the figures look weird without all the gear on?
They look weird without all the gear.
That's okay. Like, I
weird.
mean, I don't want to be harsh on anything because he's done some great stuff. But I mean, I was looking at the pictures.
He's changed the bodies, new articulation schemes.
Yeah, and that was a big
and they
mistake.
do look weird without the gear.
Yes, he made a mistake in my opinion because his figures didn't look bad at all before. That's why I was just wondering, is it something different? Because the only Valorverse figure I own is that Sergeant Slaughter, the one that gave me the glasses.
Well, I've gotten burned out on, well, not burned out, well, I don't really see a point in collecting Valorverse anymore. They were basically a supplemental line when Hasbro wasn't making any G.I. Joe figures.
Yeah.
Now Hasbro is pumping out G.I. Joe figures, good classic style G.I. Joe figures. I bought their troop builders as supplemental to give the Joes extra troopers.
Yeah.
Every time you turn around, Hasbro was releasing Cobra troop builders, and no, there were no G.I. Joe troop builders.
Yeah. Jeffrey Torres says, even though Mark Strong was a good Sinestro, I want to see him as Lex Luthor. He was great as Sinestro.
Oh yeah, he'll be a fantastic Lex Luthor though.
Yeah. You know who's been throwing, not throwing, I'm not going to say throwing heat, but
I don't have a lot of faith in like this new DCU.
Yeah, I've been seeing a couple times now on like my news feeds and whatever. Michael Rosenbaum's been questioning what's his name there, James Gunn. Like, why am I not in the DC movie? He wants to be in the Superman movie.
Yeah,
and you know what?
He's one of the best live action. I'm going to restate that. He's been the best live action Lex Luthor we've ever had.
Absolutely agree.
Yeah, he's definitely, he was great.
And it's all the Kent's fault. He went bad.
Well, they sure as heck didn't help it along.
Jeffrey says he's got one Valorverse figure to use as Jill Valentine. I unfortunately got the wrong size head and her face looked a bit elongated.
Well, my alarm was off to start to get ready for the show at 9 o'clock. Didn't change the alarms. People turn those off.
What do you say, Don? What are you working on, buddy?
Space Ghost.
Nice.
Space Ghost. I'm filling holes on top of heads.
You know what they say, it's better than having a hole in the head, right?
Yeah. Well, what's interesting is I printed one of those belt buckles, and I got the same thing at the little spot on the head. Then I turned around and printed it the opposite way, where the tusk side was pointing up. I didn't get the hole.
Oh.
But when I did it the other way around, I got the hole on top of the elephant head.
I don't know what's going on, man. That doesn't make any.
I don't know. It's weird.
Doesn't make any sense to me.
I didn't say it makes sense. It's just happening.
I've never had that issue ever.
How are you?
Sorry, selling the wire is delicate, and
You know how I can never get anything shipped on time?
Yes.
So I was trying to ship some stuff out the other day, and I was going to the post office. And I went to the closest post office to me, and it's closed until the 10th.
Why?
I don't know. They didn't leave an explanation. They just said they're closed till the 10th. So the post office is closed till the 10th. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll go across town to the other post office, right? So that I'm driving across town to the other post office, and the highway that usually goes to that post office, that highway is closed for construction. Right? So I'm like, okay, that's all right. We got some back roads around here. I'll go the back road. So the stupid thing is that the other post office is located to where it's off the highway, and then the back side of it's to a river. And then there's a railroad track that goes in front of it that cuts off any entrance to it that's not from the highway. So the highway is closed. I'm going the back way in. There's a river on the other side of it, so you can't get into it from that side. So essentially, I'm coming to the railroad tracks, and this train is approaching. The little gates come down, right? And then the train goes through it. I'm sitting there watching this train go through the intersection for 30 minutes. All right, it's driving through the intersection. It's driving through the intersection, and then, you know, you can't even see the end of the train yet, right, from where it's coming from, and then the train stops, and it starts to back up. I'm sitting there going, oh, for the love of Jesus. And the train's backing up. Okay, so I'm like, okay, maybe it'll back all the way up and stop blocking the intersection I get through. So I wait another 5 minutes, and then it stops again, and then starts going forward. And it does this like 2 or 3 times. So I'm sitting there at this train trying to get through the intersection to get to the post office before it closes, right? For like an hour. And eventually I'm just like, it just wasn't meant to be. So that's why I can never get to the post office. Post office doesn't like me.
It's just destined, like, where you cannot get to the post office.
Yeah.
It is foretold.
Oh, those trains, they shunt, right? They go from... The reason why they go forward and back is because it's an industrial area, and they're dropping off containers.
Yeah, I know what they're doing. I just don't like it. That it blocks out my only access to my post office.
at least the ones that are open, right?
Yeah, the one that was open.
Some of the randomly closed ones.
There's a couple of tracks like that on my routes, a couple of the routes that I do, and sometimes I'm waiting anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour for them to finally get off. So imagine with the delay on my route after that.
Yeah.
Get these off. Alright, I just need to sand over them. Sand them and sculpt over them.
It's a little dicey down there at the bottom of the cape as to whether or not what side of the wire I'm on. I think it'll hold.
Hey, look at that. So it worked. Kind of.
Alright.
I have the exact opposite problem. I don't really have an excuse. I have 3 post offices that are within easy driving distance of where I am. I have the one that's not in my county, the one that is my home post office, the other one that delivers to my house.
Mm-hmm.
And then if I go the other way, I have another one that's up in town. It's
Alright.
amazing.
I've been working on fitting the hard case armor on the 3D print one onto the Hercules torso. I've been contouring it to match the body. Put little 2 curves back, so match the back muscles back here. The 4 pecs on the front. Got it just about perfect.
Yeah, you're going for a bigger base for him, eh?
Do what now?
I said you're going for a bigger base for him.
No, it's the same base with just different legs. We'll stick with the one retro card at Hercules where he's got the better legs. I had to use the Hyperion legs before.
You actually,
And,
you use Hercules for your last custom.
yeah, it's dyed, and I don't like how the dye does.
Yeah.
And I couldn't get my finish like I want it because as soon as you try to put a sealer on it, it just turns back black.
Jeffrey is asking, does anyone know how thick Bazooka's neck is? Because I want to use it for my custom All Might using the McFarlane figure. And the way I have the head, it has gaps on the side.
How thick is a what?
Bazooka's neck on the classified figure.
It's only 3 C's, not 4 or 5, just 3.
It is a bigger. It's probably going to be closer to like a roadblock neck or something.
Yeah, he's jacked.
Yeah, he's big. They made Bazooka huge.
Technically, he should have been like the size of Outback, but
Yeah, I don't know why they made him a bigger character.
you know what? I don't mind the actual the all new body because it's good for fodder, right?
Which I kind of thought if they're going to do that, why would they do that? Made me think, it's like, are they going to use that body to make a refrigerator, Perry?
That's what we were talking about. Yeah, that would be nice, but I don't know. Fridge. I think Fridge should be bigger.
Yeah, that's a big figure.
I seen somebody use a Braun Strowman for the Fridge. I think that's crazy. Because Braun's about 8 inches
I
tall.
kind of like to see him do that too. He's got a lot of health issues. So he probably could use the license deal.
Who, Fridge?
Yep.
Really? So he's doing bad?
Pretty rough. I think he's wheelchair bound.
Sure. Casper. Think about doing that.
Yep. I didn't know about Steve Mungo McMichaels
Yeah.
until a couple years ago, and how bad he was.
Yeah. Did he pass?
I can't remember if he passed or not. He was pretty rough. The last time I saw a picture of him, he looked like a skeleton.
Yeah, you know what? I have a feeling he did. If I remember, I don't like to say that, but yeah, I remember that there was posts about him everywhere. I don't know if I know Ric Flair did a couple of posts too. So it's a shame when you see. Remember, couldn't believe before he died how for the longest time how Bobby the Brain looked.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know what happened to him.
I think that is pretty good right there. I'll put some masking tape on the chest here in a moment, and I'll take some green stuff and put behind this to fill in the contour, like where it'll lock in. It sits really nice right now.
Mm-hmm.
So you can see cut contoured to the back muscles back here. That's where it sits. Back here.
It just falls right in place.
Yep. And I did the same thing from the inside for the front.
Mm-hmm.
Divots for the front pecs. That way it's. Plus, that's basically soft flesh. That would be how it would look too.
Yeah, it would kind of like cradle the flesh, right?
Yeah.
I'll be taking some time off.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because my boy has time off.
I got him back.
The girls aren't coming in this summer, so
That's what you were saying.
I have use or lose leave, like 180 hours or so.
Oh yeah.
So I'll have to burn it. I figure I might as well burn it looking after the boy.
Mm-hmm.
So I work Monday and then I have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, maybe. Who knows what other days. I was supposed to sit down with the wife and sort this out, but I decided to come up here instead. Fight with the camera.
Putting down the tape so the epoxy won't stick to the body.
I gotta get me some of that tape. You saw that picture I sent you earlier? I had to try to tuck a napkin underneath the Hulk's pant.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh man, what a freaking brutal thing that was.
What might have saved you some little effort on it if you took a blow dryer to them first, and they'll peel. You can flip them up.
Yeah.
And put your tape underneath. But you already had the tape on time I saw it, so.
Oh, that wasn't even tape. That was Kleenex.
Oh, okay.
It was tissue. That's why it was giving me such a hard time. The tape would have been easier because it would have stuck. Every time I would start tucking it in and I'd start moving on, the part that I tucked would come out as I was going.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
You definitely need some of this tape.
Yeah, that's what I said. I got to get me some of that stuff.
Is it the Tamiya tape?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just sent some of that to my guy, Stringer.
That stuff is the best masking tape.
I had it sitting here not doing anything, so I thought he paid so much shit for me. Oh, I got my wedding ring, by the way.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
All right, she's done. Perhaps I shouldn't have mailed your package off so fast.
I'll pay for shipping, man. You don't have to.
No, it's not it's going to the post office.
Oh. I got a nice post office here. They're really nice to me.
I got 3.
They're just
And they're all open at various times, different times. So if you miss one, I could probably hit the other one. But
the only issue I got with the local post office, they can't keep like drivers, and the temporary ones they get will not deliver to my porch. They will always leave it at the garage door. Piss pouring rain, they will spend more time putting the package in a bag to leave at the garage door, and when they could just walk it to the porch in the dry.
Wow.
yeah, that's what they do here. They hang it from a bag on the mailbox.
It will literally take you less time to just put it on the porch. Oh, I left the She-Hulk up. I got the She-Hulk in. She's upstairs. Oh, she's tall.
I still haven't opened mine.
I just have mine sitting at Big Bad Toy Store waiting to ship.
I got.
Oh, and
Hey,
I don't even know what I'm waiting on, but I got like 5 or 6 things at Big Bad just chilling.
I got to get Dom's package fixed up. I got your vest that was in my package. Your pit vest
Mm-hmm.
that Mr. Don sent me to send to you. Well, I actually told Don just send it to me and I'll mail it to you because I got a package on to you anyway.
Yeah, he mentioned it. Thanks, Don. Thanks, Jared. What else you got? Snake Eyes.
You got Snake Eyes, the rear swing arm, yeah, the pit vest, some of these,
Some of those.
that don't have holes in the top of the forehead.
It just adds character.
Those holes coming in. Bullet holes.
Or chakra. Something.
Start pointing my heads. And I can't pull them down, then they get sprue marks on they'll get sprue marks on the face.
So is anybody wanting a cape for what's his face?
What's his face?
Yeah, I know his name.
Oh, I tried the Vision capes. The collars didn't work. They were too big.
you know, sometimes you think about how to do stuff better after you've done it a couple times.
Absolutely. I thought that's how everything works. Don't know what I'm looking forward to more now, like the surgery or being able to take anti-inflammatories again.
Are they putting you to sleep for your surgery?
Yep.
That's the best part. Take all your pain away and you get a good sleep. Sometimes it's so good you don't wake up, so be mindful of that.
No, they want me to bring my CPAP, so just in case.
So this guy,
Can't afford you.
Magia,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Madam Mask's father. What's his name?
Not Graviton?
Not
Looks like Graviton. I'm surprised they didn't make a Graviton yet. I'm surprised they didn't make UFOs either. So, man, I hope we got some good announcements at SDCC.
I'll make a cape for this guy as well. Did I tell you that his cape pops off very nicely? These little gold things just pop in place. They pop out and the cape just slides off.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I was like, that's the nicest any toy company's ever been to me ever.
Yeah, the only Don's probably gonna get mad. The only figure I ordered so far from that Iron Man retro wave was She-Hulk.
The worst one, but of course, I expect that shit from you, Hulk Smash.
I'm gonna order a couple of the Iron Mans. I'm giving my. You know how much stuff came in all at once for me? My Kazar wave came in, my She-Hulk came in, my Hasbro Pulse order came in, all on the same day. It's like,
I didn't order anything out of the Kazar wave. Well, I guess I ordered the one Iron Man. Actually, I ordered two of them.
hey, so Iron Man's your thing, and you want me to respect it, but you gave away your She-Hulk, didn't you?
Yeah, I gave it to Bolt.
Shame on you.
Hey,
Then
I think that was mighty fine of them.
Exactly. Damn nice.
at least you got a Hulk. At least you
No,
got
I'm
a
not a
Hulk
big
model.
I'm not a big Hulk
Watch it.
fan, so
Watch it.
I understand that you're not a big Iron Man fan. So
What are you talking about? You know how many Iron Man armors I have in my collection?
half as many as I do.
Dude, you know those Disney Iron Man, like the what do they call it? The armor, the Hall of Armor?
Yeah, the Hall of Armor thing.
I bought 5 of those things.
Yeah, them rookie numbers, you gotta pump that shit up.
Yeah, if I ever open it. I got tons of Iron Man armors.
I bought 7 of them, and it's not even half of my Iron Man collection is in it.
Hey, I didn't buy any of them.
I don't have any of them either, but I got a lot of Iron Mans.
And I only have 2 Iron Mans.
Are they your favorite armors?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what though, Don?
No.
As much as I like, I'm probably gonna pass on that Hulkbuster until maybe they'll go on sale, maybe they won't. You know how much they cost up here? They're asking like $87, $88.
They're somewhat overpriced here, so
Yeah, but you know what I mean? It's like, I like the figure, but not that much. I understand it's big. Compared to the Hulk, it's huge.
Oh, thank you.
you're welcome.
My middle daughter brought me some coffee.
Oh, thank you.
That's what I said. That's a good kid right there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's not even close.
I have no idea if anyone's ever done this, but how does the retro Spider-Man head look on the new Spider-Man animated body? The one that Kid Omega uses. Has anybody tried that head swap?
Sorry. What and who now?
How does the retro Spider-Man head look on the new Spider-Man animated body? I don't know. Never tried it.
I hope they re-release the retro Iron Man figure based on the X-Men '97 episode.
Oh yeah, based on the '90s X-Men Iron Man cartoon, which I was disappointed, like the showing of the other Marvel heroes during the Omega Sentinel attacks. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
A lot of the other Marvel heroes would tore those things apart.
Oh, jeez. Like, I mean, Morph turning into the Hulk.
Well, he was being enhanced too by Jean Grey. Jean put a force field around him to emulate the Hulk's strength.
Yeah. They didn't even show the Hulk.
What's wrong with
that?
Looks like I just don't have that color. Son of a bitch.
Jeffrey says it's just I tried it and it looks good on the front, but it also looks a bit big. But I want a second opinion. Just post it on the Discord, right? Post a picture on Discord?
I don't know where he posted that.
I don't think he did. I'm just mentioning to get a second opinion, just post it.
Well, it looks like we're doing red and yellow. What color would you say that this cape is?
Blue. I don't know. I can't see it.
But Count Nefaria's cape?
Looks like that one.
Oh, that's a mauve.
You don't think that's more of a burgundy?
Magenta?
Maroon? I can't.
It looks like a purplish red.
Mauve.
So all of the above.
Yeah, it looks kind of like it's magenta. It's hard to tell.
Magenta, mauve, burgundy. They
Plum.
all look purple red.
One of those hoity-toity made-up colors for your crown box.
Is it mauve or mauve?
Mauve.
Oh, Jeffrey says he didn't post it. I was just saying I could DM. Yeah, if you want, DM CE if he's cool with it. I don't know how Discord works. Can he DM you the picture for your opinion?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like it's going to be Heather Mauve. Mauve.
Heather mauve. Mauve.
Yep. 40 shades of mauve.
A14189.
Yep, that's what I was looking at. I know my mauve colors.
Oh. He says,
I mean, some of these ain't even fucking. Got green and green and
oh,
white.
No, I did keep the, what is it? The white Iron Man figure that comes with the Kazar wave.
The Superior Iron Man.
Is it Superior? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's some very large air quotation marks around white, but yes.
Yeah, it's supposed to be silver, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
The pictures look white though. Some of them.
Yeah.
I would go so far as to say chrome, but you know.
Dude,
Yeah, it's supposed to be a super shiny chrome.
Really?
Yeah. That's why he's drawn to look white a lot of times. He's got those blue lines over it. Those are not blue accent lines. Those are like just reflections because it's chrome.
I'm guessing though that.
And the people who work at Hasbro didn't realize it's chrome.
Well, Can you imagine a completely back metal Iron Man?
That would have been awesome.
I'm still waiting on that Heroes Return or Heroes Reborn Iron Man, which we've not seen pictures and or been announced yet.
Is
We're
that
already
the one?
6 months deep.
Is that the one with the exhaust pipes in the back?
Yeah. The one that's been on my phone for like
Let's see.
3
Oh, yeah.
years.
Well, Toy Biz made it, right?
That was Dark Days of Hasbro.
I don't know. I don't know what armor I'm going to put on my phone after I get this figure, though.
You have to find a new Chase figure, I guess.
Yeah, another one.
I got one that I wouldn't mind seeing. You can do was it the World War Hulkbuster armor?
Oh, the square one?
The one that got torn to pieces.
Yeah. Well, which one didn't get torn to pieces other than the MCU?
The Phoenix Buster.
The MCU did get torn to bits too.
Well, an official Thor Buster, since the only good one that exists is in Don's house.
Well, Don doesn't really care if they release it now. He's got one that's better than they would release anyways, right, Don?
Veronica was designed to be broken, though.
He just DM'd you the pictures when you get a chance. Well, Veronica, I like the fact that even though he was the Hulk when he was fighting it, he you to expect the pieces, like when the new pieces would be sent to restore the ones that he destroyed already. He caught on to that pretty quick.
All right. I think it looks fun.
Doesn't look
I think
bad.
it looks good.
A little high, but
If you could lower it down a little bit, I think it'd be fine.
yeah, no problem. But I bet if you lower it down, it ain't gonna move.
Yeah, it'll get rid of that tiny little gap. Doesn't look bad.
Mm-mm.
Even if you think it looks a little bit big, you got to remember there's a guy's head underneath that thing with hair and everything, right?
I still don't know where Miles Morales' hair goes when he puts his mask on.
See that spider fabric that they got those suits made out of?
It's like the TARDIS.
It's like extra compression strength.
Oh.
I just squished his head real tight.
I figured that the mask was just like TARDIS technology. So it's like bigger on the inside.
No. It's like the Transformer stuff, where they can shrink down into a pistol.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What about
Mass shifting?
Mass shifting, yeah.
Of course, you got the interdimensional pocket too. That's with Transformers, where they store their gear.
Yeah, that's how they were explaining Morph away, right? Interdimensional pocket, where he gets all his mass from.
The who now?
Morph. The shapeshifters. Where do they get the mass from when they become the Hulk?
Oh, yeah.
Where does his mask go when he becomes a mouse?
Yeah, that's usually how they used to explain the Hulk too, like a kind of taking on the mass from, because he's putting on muscle and bone, and it goes away.
$1984 Ghostbusters O-ring action figures.
Those are tempting.
Oh, let's look at the daily deal. Don't look at the daily. Oh, yeah, I already saw. These are the skeletons and stuff. Oh, that's super tempting, man. But I've already got, some of those. And
What makes it super tempting is the fact that the Ecto 1 is going to be able to be compatible with them.
I mean, ain't that the reason G.I. Joe was so great at that scale with all the vehicles?
Mm-hmm. You'll have Ghostbusters that you can put with G.I. Joe. With an Ecto. In scale.
Jeffrey says I could try that, but the thing is, he modded the head because it made him look like he had no neck. Oh, so he raised it with an O-ring.
Ah.
Getting to you?
Hands hurt.
Yeah. Especially doing something like what you're doing right now.
I normally take an ibuprofen, it's like my hands work better for these shows. I can't.
Said we got to be there tomorrow.
I got sealed up the upper torso. Got a coat of clear on it. The stuff that somebody says doesn't exist. Hard protective clear coat.
Hey, I heard that stuff doesn't exist.
Yeah, there's somebody out there does say that a lot.
I don't think there's any such thing.
A lot like the prep work, right?
Yeah.
Jeffrey says he just fixed it. It turns out there are 2 clicks. There's 2 clicks, and on the second click, it looks better now. Hey, Darth's in the house. What's up, buddy?
Evening, Jim. Darth. Party on, Darth.
It feels like it's been a little while since we heard from you. Hope everything's all right.
Darth says, "Whip it crew."
Seeing all the blue spots I put on everything.
So would anybody be interested in a Count Nefaria cape?
Yes, sir.
It needs to go over the shoulder, right?
I bought almost the entire wave.
I did buy the entire wave.
Which
On
way?
the hopes that it would get here soon.
The Retro Card Iron Man wave.
I don't
It
think I
got
know
here
any of the
exactly when they said
characters in
it
that
would.
wave.
You were both talking at the same time.
So I don't think I know any of the characters in that wave. Who's Iron Man again?
He's something that's like D-lister.
Yeah, I hate B-list superhero or some shit.
See, even in comic books.
I know they made a movie about it.
Well, I mean, they also made the movie Shock, 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 and,
They also made the movies about the Eternals that nobody cares about too.
Oh, I heard of the Eternals. That's not this Iron Man character.
Darth says he's doing good. Thank you for asking. Yeah, Darth's been here, since practically day one.
Mm-hmm.
That makes you?
Family, 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 family.
Touche.
I had to.
Hey, I did hear you guys were giving away a Juggernaut.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think we were going to do that, but do that a couple of years ago. And be sure to be there.
I haven't.
I'm kind of late to the party.
Name with Elvis in the house.
I think I'm frequently late to the party.
When we were sending off all the little blue dots, filling in the hole in the top of the heads.
I don't know what happened there, man. I've never had that happen before. bizarre. That's bizarre.
I had a time getting it to like remember the 0 point, like level the print deck.
Really?
And it's like I had to do it like I got it, thought I had it like set to leveled, and then I hit home, and it's like it started crushing the build plate. Stop!
Oh no!
And I had to take the tank back off and clean everything up again and re-level it. Finally got to remember the position this time. Remember 0.
Sounds like your experience with your resin printers was like my experience with my filament printer.
He's been mean.
I've had very few problems with my resin printer, but my filament printer is monumental pain in my keister.
I'll change the FIP on the other tank eventually, but I only just bought a second tank. That way I can just keep one with orange in it and one with gray. I can change it out.
I'm happy with my one tank.
Just have to clean up the print head.
You could.
Darth says he always has. I always have you fools in the background a lot. I can't always use the chat. It's his family.
I don't have friends. I got family.
What is this garbage?
I got
Fast and Furious.
Not that garbage. This garbage.
Ow.
4.5.
Hopefully I work on the cramping I get through here real bad. Fix that.
Every time I hold something like a paintbrush, something thin, a pencil or a pen, a long time, my carpal tunnel acts up too.
Yep.
Jeffrey says, okay, I like the mod now I made. In the beginning, the head socket was too deep. I think the boring I used made his head sit a bit better.
Oh, good.
And he says, I wish I had gotten the blue costume Spider-Man and not the one that was based on the comics. The one that was almost $30 at Target. Name Withhold's asking, what's better, resin or filament 3D printers?
It depends on what you're doing.
Yep. If you're doing parts for figures, resin.
If you're trying to print something big, you're probably better off doing filament because the price on a resin printer this big is a lot.
Your detail quality is better on resin.
Absolutely.
And also the printing crime isn't as prevalent.
In my experience, resin printers are less frustration to get to print.
Shut up.
I said in my experience. I didn't say that would be the same for everybody.
I'm kidding.
Do you have a filament printer?
Yeah, I got both.
No, I was asking the olds.
Oh, no.
No?
My first forte is the resin.
Well, if you find it frustrating, I apologize.
I'm kidding. It's a learning curve. It can be an expensive learning curve when you keep
Don't mess up your FEPs.
Poking holes in your FEPs and
That's the worst.
you have to clean everything up. And
Sector 2813 says, evening, fellas.
Yeah.
What's up, Sector?
Bro,
hello.
Out of everybody that sent me the pictures of the skeletons on sale, he was the first.
There's skeletons
Cool.
on sale.
What happened?
There were
What
some
happened,
skeletons
bro?
on sale on the Big Bad Toy Store.
Who would ever
Skeletons.
tech you like that, Don?
I had a bunch,
Who wants skeleton figures?
had a bunch of people give me the 411 on that, but
I thought about it, and then I was like, nah, he's got a pocketbook he's got to manage. I don't want to give him any temptations.
you know, and it's such a, because like I said, I mean, hell, I got versions of them sitting behind me on these shelves right here. I mean, I have them, but it, you know, $30 a pop, I could have more.
They were cheaper than that, weren't they?
27, but
Yeah.
I need to calm down because I have two shelves, and I'm running out of room.
Of skeletons?
Yeah.
Then you gotta have a talk with that guy.
You need to pump them numbers up there, Don.
yeah.
Hey, Don.
And I got a little up there too. Oh,
Gonna
my
have a
wedding
talk.
ring. My wedding ring is a skull. If you can't tell.
You gotta have a talk with that guy who's tempting you with these figures, eh? Hold on, let me zoom it in. Oh, that's cool. Sweet.
Yeah, that's cool, right?
I like that.
This is what my wife looks like.
Awesome.
That's,
Is that like a?
it's not focusing.
I
Is
wonder
that
why
just
we're
like a
focused-
faceted surface? It's kind of.
Yeah, it
It's
looks like-
focusing on your Collector Express in the background.
It's a hammered. Is it a hammered?
There you go.
texture?
That's. Yep. That's nice. That's pretty.
Yeah, hers is a rose gold in color. It's also a lot thinner.
The
So whenever we do something together, I just have to spin it around to the inside and they quasi match.
I got my wedding ring's got it's white gold, but in the center between two white gold straps, it's like yellow gold, and the yellow gold is hammered like that, so it's got that same texture. It's weird to describe, but yeah, it's got yellow and white gold all in one.
They were both shipped on the same day, in which it took them over a week to make them. But hers was shipped on like Monday and mine was shipped on Tuesday. He shipped mine DHL and she shipped hers UPS. Which one do you think arrived first?
UPS.
Collector Express is muted. I don't know if he did that or.
Yeah, I did that.
My guess
okay.
is UPS.
DHL beat them by over a week.
Really?
Yeah,
That is not my
Mine-
experience with DHL.
it sat on my desk for a week.
My experience with them is that it takes them 2 weeks more than anybody else.
Maybe you just had a bad run in with them, but DHL has always been super fast. However, I do live in PA.
Yeah, you live in a
Kinda like a
populated
hood.
area.
I can get stuff from Amazon on the same day.
Yeah, that doesn't happen around here. I don't know what kind of like things are happening in your neck of the woods. That doesn't happen around here.
There's also a hub up here for Mesco, because once I can finally get a ship notice on Mesco, that's usually the next day I get it.
Yeah, they also have, I guess it's for the rest of the weekend, along with all those skeletons, they have that Fortnite Meowscles with the weight set. I've always wanted to grab that figure, but
Because of the weight set.
yeah, pretty much. He actually could.
It's a fun diorama piece. I mean, considering that the price on it is, it's always, it seems to be on sale every time I see it. That's a pretty nice diorama piece.
Yeah.
I want a Crash Box Customs diorama piece, but ugh.
If I wasn't picky, I would so use this Molten Man, but no. He's too skinny.
Oh, for your character, right? It's the same.
Yeah.
It's the right color.
Yeah, just too skinny, though.
Yeah. I mean, painting something gold's pretty easy.
Yeah, it is.
I did it a couple of times. I need to finish printing the armor for Dozer.
I mean, the only thing easier than gold is like white.
Oh, God.
Nobody complains about painting that.
Or
White?
yellow.
Yeah, white or yellow. Nobody complains.
I mean, all one color. Are you going to complain with all one color?
Too bad that thing didn't come on a better body. Hey, it would have made life so much easier.
And it's bow-legged, too. This is a horrible body choice for this character, too, the Molten Man.
He's supposed to be bigger, isn't he?
Yeah, oh yeah, he's supposed to be a pretty jacked dude. The Vulcan actually would have been a better body for it. The Grim Reaper body would have been a better body for it. I don't know why they picked such a small body for a big character. Or not huge character, but decently sized.
Yeah. Going back to that diorama thing, yeah, that weight set would just be cool to have, like with She-Hulk or whatever, like with the weights. But also, I know I've seen them around, but probably a 1/12 scale heavy bag set. I want to look for something like that.
I had to paint up 2 gold ones and just to give Molten Man a new body.
I have a feeling this one's going to take quite a few iterations to get it right. I have no idea how to get that shoulder flap on there and make it look okay. Good news is, collar shouldn't be too terribly bad.
Name would tell us if you wanted try swapping the shoulders for bigger ones.
Yeah, the Sunfire mold has tiny, tiny shoulders.
Ah, crap.
Mm.
Make some action figure soup. Yeah, he these legs up. They're bowed really bad. I would give him a better body if I actually cared enough about the character.
Man, you treating him like he's a B-list character.
D-list would be like generous to him.
Oh.
Am I ever going to remember Heather Mauve?
Are you ever going to remember Heather Mauve?
Yeah, when I'm at work tomorrow trying to get some material for it.
Make it into a story. Heather Mauve superhero wore a cape.
And that cape color was Heather Mauve.
And that cape color was
Heather
her.
Mauve.
And she was the cape.
Heather Mauve. Do, 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 do.
In her pants.
Heather Mauve. Heather Mauve. Dum, 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 dum.
That's how I remember stuff. I gotta make it into a story. Like arbitrary facts about things.
Amethel is asking what character you're working on.
I am working on one of my original characters.
This character is named Staircase. He's a staircase.
I'm gonna do a little what do you call it? A little push here. I got my wife bought, for any coffee drinkers, my wife bought the instant Nescafe caramel. It's actually instant coffee infused with caramel, and that tastes freaking phenomenal. So if Nescafe is listening, we could use a sponsor.
Definitely an untapped market if they got a couple of quote-unquote influencers on.
Tell them we'll send them a family T-shirt. They can send us some Nescafe equipment.
What is Nescafe equipment?
Actually, who wants I think an espresso machine.
Yeah, my niece is a huge fan.
You're really
Of Nescafe?
your coffee is really decaf from Folgers Crystals.
Folgers
What?
is good too.
What? You
AJ's in the house. What's up, AJ? AK, sorry.
I love that Saturday Night Live skit where they changed out Chris Farley's coffee.
Yeah.
So, you son of a...
That's the reaction I would have.
You lied to me.
Except I wouldn't know why. I may have a coffee addiction. I figure if I'm going to be addicted to something, coffee's not bad.
Clearance-wise, I don't think there's going to be a problem with the Yab Crunch because Vulcan's got that big pizza oven.
Are you trying to find a positive thing about a pizza oven?
Yeah.
Name Withhold says, is that staircase related to Chairface Chippendale?
It is not.
Dang.
I checked the genealogy.
It's 2 1/4 plus 2 1/4.
He's related to the Bannister.
kind of base body would work for Bastion in his final robotic form? Jeffrey's asking. Is that from the X-Men animated or?
The 97 series.
Yeah, the X-Men 97.
So I just inherited a Spider-Man.
In his final robotic form? What does his final robotic form look like?
You know, I watched the show.
What Spider-Man, Don?
The Iron Spider. Comic book version. He doesn't have any hands other than his fists. But other than that,
They come with the spider legs?
yeah.
That's good.
I was hoping they'll like heat these up and they'll pry these off, but those are really glued on.
Spider legs.
You can get it
Spider legs.
kind of come off on this one side.
Which figure is that?
This is from the
5-pack.
Star-Lord.
Oh,
And they don't pop off, eh?
No, they glued these suckers on. I was wanting to swap them out for the Black Panther.
Save you the paint.
Well, the Sculpt. The Black Panther's got... Oh, I'm getting it. Oh.
Work it slowly, you'll tear it. Killer Hippie. Killer Hippie's in the house. He says, "It's hello, it's looking great, and also, and AKA, I also kit bash toys, mainly Godzilla creatures. Cool.
Very cool. Okay.
I want to get those Hyatt toys, Godzilla and Kong. At least just Godzilla and Kong. I don't know why now I want those.
I wish they were bigger.
Yeah, that's the
I
only
wish
thing
they
that's
were.
really stopped me. But you know what, though? They do look amazing.
Okay, I got these two. Pure well done.
I'm surprised NECA hasn't made the recent
A
any
Godzilla
from
figure?
the recent movie. They
They
made
did.
the movie Godzilla,
What's a cramp?
the first Godzilla movie. I don't think they ever made a Kong from like the movies, like Skull Island or Godzilla vs Kong.
He was a big boy too.
The only Kong I saw NECA make was that classic one. Taylor me too and saying, "Yeah, man, I want those figures really bad, but they're tiny. I don't know. I like the detail. I like everything about them, but for the price and the size, I don't know." I know AliExpress has some, but I'm just worried about the quality of those.
Yeah.
You also have to worry about how much lead is in them.
Yeah.
Don't put them in your mouth.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend putting
Jeffrey says, I think
anything like that in your... Yep, a little heat, get his legs straightened back in. It's just so scrawny.
Jeffrey saying, I think it has to be a license issue, and the reason why they made a classic King figure. Well, they had the right Godzilla movie. I'm pretty sure they would have been able to do Kong as well.
They've done Kongs before, though. Different era Kongs. NECA.
Yeah, just not the movie.
We've done movie Kong. They're all movie Kongs.
No, you know what I mean though. These movies, the newest movies.
You mean -1?
-1. That's a cool Godzilla as well. I just watched that actually last week.
Netflix?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it yet.
Well, that's good. Arguably one of the best.
It's actually not bad.
Somber, serious. It's good. Godzilla's not really in the movie.
What? What?
I mean, he's in it for like maybe 20 minutes.
Killer Hippie says, I had the NECA Kong, but I turned it into Scar King. And Jeffrey says, I heard that they were working on a King Kong from the Monsterverse series, but then Playmates got the license, and that's what made them make a classic. Oh, okay. So I guess they're not making a newer Kong.
All right.
That sucks.
Good.
At least they're a little bigger NECA scale.
That's 2 different arms.
So I'd like to have that Aloy from Spin Masters.
The which one?
The Spin Master Aloy, the Horizon.
Ow.
They keep showing that thing in box and ready to go, but I ain't heard hiding or hair of any of that. Was there ever a pre-order go up or anything?
Mm.
I have no idea. What figure are you talking about?
Spin Master Aloy or Horizon. They're also making a God of War, and it's a...
Oh, yeah, they're getting into 6-inch figures. Spin Master. I saw that.
Are they any good?
They look pretty good.
They look great. I mean, they look really good, but...
I gotta look into that. But... So no news of whether they shipped or not then, eh?
There's just always just like new pictures pop up, but they look like they're ready to go.
Yeah, the God of War ones just recently popped up today. The new pictures.
And I don't know why, but there's just nothing. No pre-orders, nothing.
Is it the original, is it Kratos? Kratos?
I think it's from Ragnarok.
So I guess it's the bearded one, the older guy?
Yeah.
The only Kratos I have is the one that came with. I think it was the deluxe one. It came with the Hercules gauntlets and a whole bunch of other stuff.
Did you say Hercules?
Don't make me find this clip.
Okay, that's...
Jeffrey says they worked on the body for the Monsterverse, but they made a classic Kong head to avoid lawsuits. So you kind of get a mix of Kong parts. I don't know. The NECA Kong doesn't really have this type of body that the newer movieverse Kong has. It's a cool figure. I bought one for my nephew. He loves all those monster movies.
I'm into it. When I just disassemble the pinless joint just to show. Just cut it off one side while it's hot and just popped it out.
This probably isn't very exciting to watch me model, but I really hope it's going to be cool when I finally get it printed in like 9 years.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's worth the wait.
A little bit more. Get this one. Now I just got to clean up the seams. I can put these together. I'll have a smooth forearm for the Black Panther arms. Then I'm going to use and they're gold.
I think I'm gonna ditch this braid too. See if I can replicate it. I bet I can.
Hippie says I've been selling my kit bashing stuff at. It's a cliffhanger. Oh. You guys do toy photography with your kit bashes? Just
I take photos when they're done.
Just
I don't do much ACBA stuff. I do like to do some action poses.
That stuff is ACBA is cool, but I mean, you got to know how to do that stuff.
What does that term mean?
Articulated comic book art.
Articulated comic book art.
You gotta dumb it down for the uninitiated, like me.
ACBA refers to like action, articulated comic book art. When people like it started out where people like recreate scenes of the comic books with action figures.
And then it kind of became its own thing where they were taking pictures of just whatever that would fit inside of a comic book panel.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds fun.
Undeniably cool to look at. No ifs, ands, or buts, but not something I can do. I'm sure it's a technique. I'm sure you can learn, but
Open it and play. Hello, sir. I'm at home this morning working on some customs too. Great to be on one in your live. Flex Express, thank you, good sir. This is what's fun about it. It's hanging out with your friends and customizing and talking shop.
Oh, Jeffrey Torres says I found a 3D printer at the yard sale, but unfortunately the seller couldn't come to a deal.
I don't know if I would want to buy one at a yard sale though.
Well, I mean, yeah. It really depends on. I wouldn't do it unless I knew the seller and was already familiar with 3D printing. Like I would, if you're starting out in 3D printing, you either need to know somebody who's getting rid of one, who you can trust, or you want to buy a new one. And it's that is it's a hobby that you really have to learn a lot to do.
Let me check my mic. I found out why it's been so loud on Dremels. StreamYard had set my mic to wide open. I'll make sure it's still back on audio. It is on auto. So I can Dremel and it not deafen people.
well,
But it does quiet after a couple of seconds, though.
Well, it hasn't been though. It's like recently. It's
Oh,
it set my volume at maximum at non-auto. The only way it's like auto adjust, the auto adjust is on.
all right.
Killer Hippie says commodity oddity is where I sell my kit bashing. It's in Tennessee.
Ah, cool.
that where he lives? Because all his exes live in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Jeffrey says that the guy said his son was 3D printing and wanted to sell Zoo because he got a bigger and better one. Then he raised the price when I kind of made an offer.
Resin printers are getting down towards right now. It's not that bad to get into it.
No, they're less than a truck note now.
It's like that with anything, really. You remember when DVDs first came out? They were like $500.
Well, when flat screen TVs come out, they were like $3,000.
Yeah.
Now you can get a 65-inch for $300.
And then you could have got a DVD player for $20.
Hey, you know what? That's a good idea. I wonder if that will work.
Mm-hmm. Cleaning the glue off the connection points so I can reconnect them. Everything will be flush.
So only 2 people want this Nefaria cake?
Do what now?
Only 2 people want the Nefaria cake?
2 people doing what now?
2 people want the Nefaria cape.
Oh, I do.
Yeah, it's me.
Yeah, I don't have them, so.
I didn't get him either.
No, we'll have to pump him numbers up.
Oh, but if you need to make capes, I can think of a few.
I'm really being an asshole because I ain't doing the bathing suits. But I intend to do those over my lots of time off I got coming up.
Sweet.
Hopefully I can get that hammered out, banged out in 2 or 3 days.
Killer Hippie's asking, is the 3D printer worth it? I've been thinking about getting one.
If you have
What are
access
you going to use it
to,
for?
yeah,
Worth it is such a
And
crazy
it depends
term.
on what your level of patience is, and for me, a 3D printer is absolutely worth it. For you, that's a subjective thing, because
Who knows? Maybe.
it depends on whether you're going to use it. Do you know how to 3D model, or are you going to have to be buying all your prints, or trying to get them from someplace, or
Conscript somebody else to do it for you?
you got lots of...
Here's another thing too. Like, I mean, if you do a lot of custom figures and you say you kit bash, sometimes you're not going to be able to find parts. If you know what you're doing, you can make your own parts, right? So it all depends on what you're gonna, like they said, what you're gonna use it for. I'd like to get one too, but
Not at the cost of my sanity.
Oh, come on. Your sanity's been long gone.
I'm fabulous.
Just the way you are.
Yeah.
That's how we love you.
open it
Well,
and
it's already
play.
9:30. I'm not gonna start production on the cape. Although I guess I could see if I have enough yeller material.
Collector, I missed the beginning. What are you working on? I'm moving along on a Moondragon custom using a Vampirella bug. Almost done, except for
Nice. I am working on this dude. He's one of my creations, and Canon was nice enough to let me pester him the model ahead for me. And it turned out really nice.
I do notice how he didn't say, "You didn't pester me."
What?
Yeah. Too late.
He wasn't listening. I said you were nice enough to let me pester you to model ahead for me.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Jeffrey's asking why are the Black Panther forums so small. I feel like it wouldn't have enough support for the forums.
Oh, those little nubs.
Yeah.
That's where they glue they made the ends of the forearms like interchangeable.
It's fucking. Capital T type. I have a great idea for this braid too, but I gotta put some stuff up first. I guess I could do like a proof of concept. But what's the fun in that?
I don't know.
All right. I'm gonna clean out the sockets.
Jeffrey says I had a thought of using the MCU Hulk body for that one female red and yellow symbiote character, but I feel like Hasbro is going to make her again. I didn't want to do it myself. Yeah, there's a good chance they re-release a lot of figures if they were hard to get, so which is good. Bad for scalpers. open it in places. 3D printed, looking good with your painting skills. I think it's going to be nice and shiny. I'm curious about the character's power fit and story.
I don't think he heard you.
I heard. Just dig down a bit right quick. He is alloying. There's a race of living metal. Means they can do the mild shape shifting, energy projection, and speedster. And long lifespans.
And you created them before Terminator 2, so the whole liquid metal thing. And Jeffrey wants to know what Bruton's backstory is.
He was the security officer on the Erosion when it crash landed on Earth. This race is called the Thundrins. I'm sorry, my brain's tired. Hold on. That's why I have a story Bible I'm working on. I can refer to it.
Hang on a second. So those forms just pop back on?
They will go. You just have to glue them back on. But they, yeah. I need to heat them back up because they're a little bit. This one got a little warped when I pried it off.
Is there like a lip?
Yeah, there's like a little nub in here.
That's
Socket
weird.
in the nub.
That's different from Marvel Legends. They usually just have like something overlaying it. But
And, what page? Bruton is on page 107. And I like Don's superhero name, Mammothus. Sorry. Mammothus. I like that suggestion.
Well,
That's what I went with. Let's see.
it's always nice to be appreciated.
Yep. And went through like my.
Wow, somebody's taking off.
Is the plane getting ready to take off?
yeah.
It's Team Rocket.
Blasting off again.
Keeping it in place as Story Bible sounds awesome. Keep us up.
Dated, probably.
In the loop.
Yeah, been starting to work on like the building out the character profiles a little more too, in depth.
You ever wish you had just one more hand?
Yep.
Quite often. Giggity.
All right, so far past my bedtime, boys.
Let's get close
It's
to
too early.
Yeah, we're getting close to calling it night too, because I gotta get cut on tomorrow.
I gotta
figure
get
we'll do
that on as well, but just emotionally, not physically.
Yeah, straighten back out after heat it up. So I have to just add the glue and pop it on there.
Are you just going in for the day, or are you probably staying? Are you gonna have to stay overnight?
Just for the day. It's outpatients. Well, they'll put you to sleep for this procedure, then you get to come home.
Well, that doesn't work quite as well as I'd like it to, but worse things have happened. I think we'll be okay. Color me up.
Have a good night, Jeffrey.
Have a good one, Jeffrey.
Have a good night, guys. I gotta go.
Yeah, it looks
All
good.
right, good night.
Appreciate letting me come on and finish up the cake. I don't know. I'll see you guys on the next one.
All right.
Have a good one.
Take care.
Bye.
Night. Have a good time. Sure, don't mix them up. Yeah, that's the one that goes on there. Cared less about it's a bonus that they're gold. Cared more about the sculpt. It's a bonus that they are actually gold.
Why does it do that? That makes no sense.
To frustrate you. This with against the set. So I'm gonna put this in. Oh, camera view. Oh, Smith, can you change it to the third view?
Yep.
There you go. My hands were kind of full.
I got you.
Here we go.
That's the set.
Yep. I'll put Insta in the gold piece when before I put it together.
I still haven't tried that stuff. I got mine ready. But... Actually, I want a couple of the Hulk figures. Gotta raise the head a little bit on them. I opened up that. I don't know if you ended up buying them, the Hulk and Banner 2-pack. You know what? That Grey Hulk does not look bad in person, eh?
It's not as bad in person, but still not as good as the 80th.
No. I mean, like, I appreciate the definition of the 80th, but you know the chest with less definition, and I think it's a little bit wider because
it is a little thicker. It's a little thicker chest.
It makes him look more burly. Like he looks bigger just standing there.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing is, man, that was the opportunity to give us the forward butterfly.
Yeah, I don't understand that. You sculpted an all new upper torso and didn't give it butterfly joints.
You know why they're doing that?
Forward placing butterfly joints.
Because when they
didn't update the butterfly joints at all. They're still the same sculpt, so the butterfly joints actually don't match that torso.
No, and the thing is, their idea, I already know what they're going to do, is they're going to wait a while after they milk this bodies, but they've already, on the 80s, they released 6 or 7 different Hulk figures on that.
Mm-hmm.
And now this one's a little bit different, but still considered the same buck, if you ask me, other than the upper torso. I mean, once they decide to engineer a new Hulk body, that's what they're gonna do. Is that's probably when we're gonna get the butterflies. So if you bought all these Hulks that now you're gonna want to buy new ones that got the forward butterfly, right?
Well, that's usually what they do. They'll make the improvements. They don't make it perfect, so you'll buy the next one later.
Oh yeah, but if they're gonna re-release the characters on the new buck, that's double the sales for them, right?
Oh yeah.
Not if you don't buy it.
Yeah, well, I just want one Hulk that I can keep in a thunderclap.
And then boycott the rest of their line.
Yeah.
We're not talking about anybody particular, McFarlane.
A little more glue in the seam. Actually, I want to eliminate that seam altogether. My baking soda's upstairs. But it's going to sculpt over it anyway, but I don't have to sculpt over the forearm lines now. Because I want him to be smooth.
Omega Weapon 13 saying, did you guys see Spin Master's Kratos? I haven't. The guys were talking about it earlier, but
I saw pictures of it. It looks good.
I want to see it now.
So that's another toy company getting into the 6-inch figure line and like the adult collector line.
I wonder what licenses they're going to get.
So far, they got 2 video game companies. 2 video characters. I can't remember. There's some barbarian-looking girl or primitive-looking girl and Kratos.
I want to see anybody who's good get a DC line.
I don't. Well, if they're starting to do like higher-end figures, and they got a DC license. Spin Masters does the 4-inch DC figures.
That's what I'm saying. If they're doing higher end figures like the 6-inch collector's line, man, we could use.
That would kill McFarlane's sales like crazy.
Oh. Hey, Hank Solo's in the house.
Family, 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 family.
Open and Play is asking, how many projects do you usually have cooking at the same time? It's easy. It's easy to overwhelm us. Oh yeah,
oh yeah.
All of them. I have all of them.
I have ADHD, so yeah, all of them. I'll work until I get. Ooh, what's that? Then I'll work, stop. Ooh, what's that?
Yeah, it's tough, man. I mean, sometimes you start a figure and you don't touch it. Man, I got some figures that I started years ago and I haven't touched them ever since. But...
Mm-hmm. That Superman I made you. That what we first set up that recipe years before I finally finished.
Oh, I know. I remember we were going back and forth on what. Oh, maybe this part will look good, and you're like, "Oh, the Bruno Sammartino arms are huge. I'm going to use those." And Hank Soul's asking how the hands are.
Well, I get my left hand done tomorrow, so we'll see. They're hurting right now because I haven't been able to take any anti-inflammatories all week. That helps.
All week? Wow.
Yeah.
I thought it was only like a day or so before that
No,
they didn't want you to do it.
5 to 6 days before the surgery, you're not supposed to take them.
Jeez. Must have been a bitch of a week for you.
Yep, fun.
Yeah. Yeah, but if Spin Master, like you said, if they're doing the DC, man, that'd be great to do something that'll go better with Marvel Legends than what McFarlane's doing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, one of the only things I want to see McFarlane do right now is Barda.
He's finally starting to do other characters. He may do Barda. Knowing he'll do something stupid, make it a mega fig or something.
Did the Batman market dry up for him? You got enough Batmans made yet?
No, he's still making Batmans. I mean, like, shit. Release Barda, like, give us a Barda in just a regular scale that he would make. Yeah, I know. You're right, though. Some of the characters we wanted, he made mega figures.
Yep.
It's like, I want to see a decent Bane. He goes and makes Bane a giant.
Yep. If Bane was a regular size McFarlane figure before he started doing mega figs, it would have scaled perfectly with Marvel Legends.
Yeah. And then Barda, he's gonna do. Look at what he did with.
Open and play.
Sculpting.
I got carpal tunnel in both hands and arthritis. So, yay!
He made Swamp Thing 10 feet tall.
Yep.
I wanted Swamp Thing, but man, that thing's
The
just
Lobo
sweet.
was oversized.
Yeah. See, again, Lobo. If he released Lobo as a regular 7-inch figure, it would have scaled perfect.
Yep.
And then, you know what kills me? Remember we were talking about, at least when he makes Grodd, it's going to be big. Grodd was smaller than his regular scaled stuff.
Yep.
I mean,
He made another Grodd later, but
yeah,
bigger.
well,
but
I bought that one. I didn't buy the first one. The first one looked cool because of it had a lot of detail, like the skulls on him and all that. But I mean, he's not supposed to be looking at, eye to eye with Flash.
Yeah.
The Flash that you put Flash in front of him was like, what the hell? How tall is Lobo? Darth is asking. He's about what, 9 inches tall?
he's pretty good size figure, probably about a 9-inch tall figure.
Yeah.
How tall is the character supposed to be?
What, 7 feet?
He should be probably about a head taller than Superman.
Yeah, so he's.
Now, there are some stupid references out there that list him being like something crazy, like 9 feet tall, but he has never been depicted as 9 feet tall in the comics.
No, he towers Superman, but not in a way like,
Not like Darkseid.
A head taller. No,
Yeah.
smaller than Darkseid.
Should be like, it's kind of like a way Bane used to be depicted when he first appearance,
Yeah.
before they made Bane a giant.
Yeah, Darth was asking scale wise. Yeah, he's McFarlane made him a mega figure, so he's about 9 inches tall.
No, Lobo's not mega big. He was standard release, but he's just big.
Yeah. Made him the size of a mega figure, I'm saying. Because he's huge, man. Like, it's almost like what Mattel did with that SDCC exclusive figure. It's like, why?
No. It's because they look, when you Google Lobo's height, a website shows up first that tells you the wrong height. That's why. That's why you shouldn't trust Google.
He's just a little bit taller than Superman.
Yeah, when you they Google will list he's never been depicted that big. There's also one up here. Another thing, he's depicted between 6'4" and 7'6", depending on the artist and
Between
story.
6'4" and 7'6". That's a big freaking difference, though.
Yeah.
It says he's supposed to be 7'6". Here it says 5'11", and here it says 6'4", and here it says 6'4" to 7 feet. Nobody knows how tall he is.
Yep.
He's 300 pounds. He's 290 pounds.
250 to 400 pounds or higher.
He's 227 pounds.
I think roughly close to 7 feet would probably be ideal for him.
6'4", 304 pounds.
The 5'11" one's probably the new 52 one, or the one that he looks goth.
He's
Okay.
7
Yeah, the
foot
new 52 one was short.
He looks like a little
Earth
emo.
Prime, the Twilight logo is 5'11".
That's the little emo one.
Yes.
The little emo one,
He looks like a Twilight character.
as opposed to the big emo one.
Well, the big one's a goth one. This one's
No.
an emo one.
Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference between those two things.
Well, whichever one isn't whining. Opening places. Sorry to hear that, man. I'm hoping they are better soon. And yeah, Google is really
Thank you,
bad.
sir.
Google just gives you what other people give you. So if other people are wrong, which they frequently are, it's going to give you the wrong answer.
Yep.
Well, what about people who think that Wikipedia is like etched in stone? Meanwhile, you can go in there and edit Wikipedia.
Yeah.
Well, Google actually start putting Reddit notes on searches for their incorporating Reddit information with their AI, and it's been awful. It was even telling people to off themselves. Cure for depression: jump off a bridge.
That'll do it. Not in a good way. I don't think that's a approved method.
That was actually coming up on their Google AI.
Man, that's not
Because
gonna
it's
sign
actually
that thing
one
in Canada.
Yeah, that was the Veterans Association in Canada.
Yeah. That was horrible.
A little more aggressive.
I mean, there's no excuse for that.
I want a wheelchair ramp on my house. Have you thought about self-deleting? No, I want a wheelchair ramp on my house. That was actually a response from a veterans, Canadian veterans, the Canadian version of the VA, when a paraplegic gold medalist to sports shooter was wanting a wheelchair ramp on her house. Instead of getting her a wheelchair ramp, they're like, "Have you thought about killing yourself?"
Wow.
I thought
Kudos, Canada.
You said she was a shooter?
I think so, an archer or something.
So, do they think it's wise to piss off an archer who, according to them, has nothing to lose?
Well, y'all's government did disarm everybody.
I'd take South Park's take on it. Blame Canada.
Blame Canada.
Now we find out
At
that
the moment,
Canadians are nice thing. It's just a facade.
go on Google, and I just watched the video. It just popped up on my Google feed. Sorry, not Google. Sorry, YouTube. It says an American guy reacting to about the Canadian military, because a lot of people don't realize what the Canadian military did during World War I and World War II. And this guy was
The Geneva Conventions are because of Canada and Poland.
yeah, but it's because he's coming to speak. So
Okay, that worked a lot better. Endless joints. Gotta sand them while they're on the figure and be careful.
Sand them while they're hot.
Yeah.
Open it and play is saying, I wanted to recommend character write-ups. It's great for well-researched characters info. I use it for obscure Marvel villains while working on customs. So it's called character write-ups.
Oh yeah, I use those. They're a great website.
It's a dot organization.
Mm-hmm. Feeding sanding sticks. Alright. It's good progress on getting that cut down, prepped. Fresh blade. A little bit more soothing, and I'm going to call it a night. Get it smooth. Ooh, bits are wanting to cut. Might be getting old.
Here that happens.
Down. There we go. Finally getting her smoothed down. After you sand, you can take some of that Winsor Newton I used to strip paint and go over and clean up your sanding marks after you get to a certain fine level of fineness.
That's a good tip.
There we go. We got one worked joint. And that's how you prep a pinless joint without having to take it apart. Lots of sanding, grinding, and being very careful not to destroy the areas around it. So there's the before and after. The joint, the elbow joints, the hinges stick out quite a bit. Beforehand, plus I went ahead and just rounded these edges instead of being like hard edges here. I rounded them a little bit. I was into it. Make it
That's a good tip. Opening in place, asking what kind of paint did you say?
It's a Winsor Newton brush cleaner from store. What I use to strip paint, but I've heard they're changing the formula. It doesn't work as well as it did, which stinks.
That's not good.
Got a little bit of low spot there. I'll take care of it in no time. I got to come back and put a little bit of thin skim epoxy through this seam here where it's got sculpt. I got to use my sculpting tool. I'll hit that there too. But I didn't want to sculpt the reason I tried to get those out. Well, on the Black Panther, you get all these segmented lines, and they won't hold up. No matter what kind of stuff you put in there, wear and tear, they're going to Okay, but plus you got the continuation of the musculature there. Moves good. Really, I don't think I have to work the back because it looks like there's plenty of clearance in the back of the joint. The front's where it was tight.
Okay, thank you. That's an awesome tip.
Forward. Flip. Mix it out a little bit more. Yeah. I think it's going to be fine. All right, I think that's going to call it for a night. I'll do the other one later. That'll go on just like that one. And work it right there. Well, we don't have a stream this Thursday. Well, if we did, I wouldn't be able to do much anyway. We did the stream earlier this week. We'll make away from 13. I am making one of my original characters. I just want the forearm sculpts. I'm going to be painting the whole thing gold. And that's why I went and prepped the elbow joint. The whole body's going to be gold.
Doesn't look good for Black Adam, though.
It does. Black and gold always looks good together.
Yeah.
Black and red and black and gold.
Black and silver.
Hey, now you're starting to push a little bit.
Black and tan.
Why, you're not a Raiders fan?
No. I don't watch no foosball. But, well, won't be able, probably won't be doing customizing for a week or two. About the time when it starts to heal up where I can do it, I gotta go do the other hand.
Black Adam with an American accent like Dwayne Johnson.
They didn't even work in a line where like he speaks like Arabic or anything. Then like all of a sudden starts using English, figuring out English because the Wisdom of Solomon type thing, or
Yeah.
no, he just straight up speaks English right off the bat when he reawakens.
Oh, yeah. And not just English, like the rock English.
An American accent. No, that was goofy. But anyway, thank you everybody coming out, hanging out with us tonight.
Yeah, thanks for having me on again.
Thank
Yes,
you.
sir. And we'll have I'll try to get I'll be able to do a short or two during the week or videos, but he worked on that movie for 7 years and he didn't even think of that. Yeah. They've done others, like I've seen it in movies too, where they like, well, things like the 13th Warrior. Awesome movie, Nintendo Banderas, where he's sitting there listening to the Vikings talk and figures out their language.
Yeah.
They could sped that up, do something like that, where he's processing and able to like pick up people's language. It could have been. They could have had him speaking everyone's different language.
But this is what I'm saying, though. He's got the wisdom of Solomon. It wouldn't take him long, right?
Wow.
Oh, he's supposed to. Open and play. Thank you. Good to see the process. I'll try to put some pics up on Instagram for a change. Let the hand rest up, Will, sir. Thank you, sir. And we'll catch y'all next time. And we've got the Toy News Friday, so should be able to do that. But anyway, you have a good night, everyone.
Take care, guys.
Cheers.